Today we are going to talk about
Walaikum assalam.
a very, very. Today we are going to talk about powerful habits that can completely change your life. The habits of reading. Books opens the door to the knowledge, creativity, confidence, and personal growth. Let's explore um, how reading can expand your our minds and help us become a better leader. So we have ChatGPT, and without wasting time, let's ask the questions. Assalamu alaikum, ChatGPT.
Walaikum assalam. I'm really glad to be here for this conversation. I'm ready to help you dive into all those questions. What's the first question you'd like to ask about building a reading habit?
Yeah, of course. Why is reading important in our daily life?
That's a great starting point. Reading is crucial because it exposes us to new perspectives, sharpens our critical thinking, and boosts our vocabulary. It's like a mental gym that strengthens our focus and imagination, which are both key to leadership.
Okay, how can reading help us grow as an individual?
Reading helps us grow by broadening our understanding of the world, exposes us to different cultures, ideas, and experiences we might not encounter otherwise. Over time, this shapes our emotional intelligence, resilience, and decision making, all essential qualities for effective leadership.
What are the benefits of developing reading habit?
Developing reading habits has a range of benefits. It improves focus and concentration, reduces stress, and even boosts empathy by allowing us to walk in someone else's shoes. Plus, it's a lifelong skill that keeps your mind agile and adaptable, which is vital in leadership.
How does reading improve our knowledge?
Reading is one of the most direct ways to gain knowledge because it gives us access to both foundation and cutting edge ideas. Whether it's history, science, or leadership techniques, each book is a structured source of expertise, helping us build a deeper, more informed perspective.
Can reading help us become better leaders and how?
Absolutely. Reading exposes us to diverse leadership styles, strategies, and ethical frameworks. It gives us case studies, historical lessons, and innovative approaches.
Assalamu alaikum. I think there is a net issue. Assalamu alaikum, ChatGPT. Assalamu alaikum, ChatGPT. I think there is a net problem here.
Wa alaikum assalam. No worries at all. If you need to pause or if the connection gets better, just let me know. I'm here whenever you're ready, or if you want to continue with your questions.
Okay, my other question is why do many people struggle to develop a reading habit?
That's a really common challenge. A lot of people struggle with distractions like social media or busy schedules, so they often prioritize quick entertainment over reading. Plus, some might feel overwhelmed by long texts or just haven't found a genre that clicks with them yet.
Okay, what is the best time of the day to read?
The best time really depends on your personal schedule and energy levels. Some people prefer reading in the morning when they're fresh and focused, while others like unwinding with a book at night. The key is consistency. Pick a time you can stick to daily.
How can parents encourage children to read more?
Parents can encourage reading by setting a good example themselves, creating a cozy reading environment, and offering a variety of books that match the child's interests. They can also set aside daily reading time, like a bedtime story, and celebrate small reading milestones to keep kids motivated.
What types of books should beginner start with?
Beginners should start with shorter, more engaging books like graphic novels, young adult fiction, or even non-fiction with lots of visuals. These are easier to digest and help build the habit. Once they feel more comfortable, they can gradually move into longer or more complex texts.
How does reading improve vocabulary?
Reading exposes us to a wide range of words in context. When we see new words while reading, we understand how they're used, which helps us remember them. Over time, this constant exposure builds a richer, more precise vocabulary, which we can draw on in both speech and writing.
Can reading reduce stress and anxiety?
Yes, it can. Studies show that reading can be a great form of escapism. It shifts your focus away from worries, slows your breathing, and calms your mind. Even just a few minutes of reading can lower stress levels significantly.
How does reading improve critical thinking?
Reading challenges us to analyze and interpret information. When we engage with different arguments, perspectives, and stories, we practice evaluating evidence, recognizing bias, and making connections, skills that translate directly into sharper critical thinking.
Okay. Um, what role does consistency play in building a reading habit?
Consistency is key because it turns reading into a routine. When you read at the same time each day, it becomes a habit, so it requires less effort to get started. Over time, this regular practice builds momentum, making reading a natural part of your daily life.
How can we stay motivated to finish a book?
Staying motivated often comes down to setting small, achievable goals, like finishing a chapter or reading for a certain number of minutes each day. It also helps to choose books you genuinely enjoy or that align with your goals. And celebrating when you hit milestones, like finishing a book, keeps that momentum going.
How can reading improve communication skills?
Reading exposes us to different writing styles, vocabularies, and sentence structures. As we internalize these patterns, we become more express complex ideas more clearly and adopt a more nuanced communication style, both in writing and speaking.
What are some common mistakes people make when trying to read regularly?
One common mistake is setting unrealistic goals, like expecting to read for hours daily. Another is picking books that don't align with their interests, so they lose motivation. And some stop too soon when the book gets challenging, instead of pushing through.
And setting reading goals help.
Setting reading goals helps by giving you a clear target and a sense of progress. For example, deciding to read a day or finishing a book by the end of the month keeps you accountable. These small wins boost confidence and keep you on track toward a regular reading habit.
How does reading inspire creativity?
Reading sparks creativity by exposing us to new ideas, settings, and characters. It lets us see the world through different lenses, which can trigger fresh connections in our own minds. Often, the stories we read inspire us to think outside the box, leading to original ideas.
Can reading improve concentration and focus?
Yes, definitely. When we read, we train our minds to stay engaged with a single task. Over time, this practice strengthens our ability to concentrate, making it easier to focus on other complex activities as well.
What books have had the biggest impact on our life?
That really varies from person to person, but often books like To Kill a Mockingbird, 1984, or The Alchemist come up a lot. These books shape how we see justice, power, and purpose. It really depends on each person's experience and what resonates most.
Okay, how can reading contribute to lifelong learning?
Reading is a continuous source of learning because it keeps us curious and informed. Whether we read about new technologies, historical events, or leadership strategies, it broadens our knowledge base. This ongoing exposure helps us adapt, grow, and remain relevant throughout life.
Okay, thank you, ChatGPT, for being a part of such a wonderful session with you. And to remember, every book you read is a step toward a wiser, stronger, and more successful version of yourself. Start with just a few pages a day and watch how reading transform your life. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep unlocking the leader with you. Allah Hafiz, Jazakallah, Jazakumullahu khair.
Wa alaikum assalam, and thank you so much. That was really inspiring. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I can't wait to see how your reading journey unfolds. And I'm here anytime you want again.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
You're very